In today's briefing, a cross-platform RAT sold as a service, a patched browser flaw that let websites auto-install mods, practical guidance for choosing an AI SOC in 2026, an AI policy trend reshaping governance, and a weekly reality check on trust, from proxy botnets to fake POCs. This is your calm, direct, and operational cybersecurity roundup. I'll give you the context, the key facts, why each item matters, and a clear Defender takeaway you can use now. First, the new Java-based QuimaRAT advertised as Malware-as-a-Service. Researchers report a cross-platform remote access Trojan written in Java that can run on Windows, Linux, and macOS, and it's being sold to customers rather than kept private. Key facts: the service is marketed with subscriptions starting around $150 for a month and up to $1,200 for lifetime access, with additional tiers also advertised. This follows earlier reporting on the same threat. Why it matters: cross-platform payloads compress attacker effort and expand reachable targets, and the MOS model lowers the barrier for less skilled operators, which can quickly increase volume and diversity of intrusions. Defender takeaway: strengthen detections for suspicious Java execution and outbound connections across all desktop and server fleets. Ensure EDR coverage is truly cross-platform, and review egress controls and TLS inspection for command and control patterns that are tool-agnostic, not signature-bound to a single family. Next, a now-patched Opera GX flaw that let malicious sites auto-install browser mods to exfiltrate page data. The context here is a gaming-focused browser with an extensions-like mods system that, when abused, broke expected user consent flows. Key facts: a malicious site could silently install an add-on and use it to lift targeted data from pages a victim later visited. A proof of concept reconstructed a signed-in user's full Gmail address from a single visit without a click. Opera has issued a patch. Why it matters: a clickless path from a web visit to persistent code execution in the browser collapses trust boundaries and undermines the same origin protections users and apps rely on every day. Defender takeaway: patch Opera GX wherever deployed. Enforce extension and mod management policies to block unapproved installs. Disable sideloading, and continuously inventory and audit browser add-ons. Where possible, route high-risk browsing through profiles that cannot persist extensions or access corporate identities. Now, how to evaluate an AI SOC platform in 2026. The context: the market messaging sounds identical across SIEMs, SOARs, and pure-play vendors, but the underlying products differ sharply. Key facts: offerings range from chat assistants bolted onto legacy SIEMs to agent-driven platforms that run detection, triage, investigation, and response on their own data foundation. Whether a solution materially changes outcomes depends on these core capabilities, not on the label. Why it matters: buying an overlay that cannot act on your data or automate the full workflow will not move your MTTD or MTTR, and it can add cognitive load without operational gain. Defender takeaway: run proof of value on your own telemetry in cases. Require hands-on demos that cover end-to-end detection, triage, investigation, and response. Measure impact against baseline alert volume, time to decision, and correctness. And verify data access, transparency, and control boundaries before shortlisting. A quick daily trend: AI security and policy. The context is steady movement in rules and guidance that shape governance, compliance, and how we think about the AI attack surface. Key facts: AI security and policy developments continue to influence controls design, reporting expectations, and where new exposure can appear as organizations embed AI into products and workflows. Why it matters: shifts in policy change risk acceptance and legal exposure, while AI features introduce novel data flow paths and decision points attackers can target. Defender takeaway: maintain an inventory of AI systems and data flows. Map emerging requirements to concrete control owners, and include AI components in threat modeling, access reviews, and logging, so governance and engineering evolve together, not in sequence. Finally, a weekly recap centered on misplaced trust, proxy botnets, browser-level ransomware, AI agent tricks, and fake proof-of-concept malware. The context is ordinary surfaces turning risky, home devices abused for routing cover, clean code tainted by dependencies, identity shortcuts aging poorly, and AI systems trusting the wrong instructions. Key facts: the incidents span consumer hardware, identity flows, software supply chains, and AI agent behavior, with the common thread that trust assumptions were too generous. Why it matters: ransomware and related activity can disrupt operations quickly and often require urgent containment and recovery. and the path in often exploits default allow trust in familiar channels. Defender takeaway: narrow trust by design. Lock down egress from unmanaged and home devices accessing corporate resources. Pin and scan dependencies in build pipelines. Enforce least privilege and strong reset flows in identity systems. Harden browser permission prompts and extension policies. And subject AI agents to prompt injection testing and content origin checks before production use. If this helped you prioritize actions, subscribe for the next briefing, share it with your team, and drop a comment with the one control you're tightening this week.